Hello everybody, we are starting the subject Akku massage. Akku massage is one of the branches of acupuncture. Acupuncture can be broadly divided into three parts. Acupuncture, acupressure, Akku massage and Akku yoga. Of late, Akku massage and Akku yoga have gained popularity in India because of its simplicity, and once you learn it you can do it on yourself, and there is no need for you to go to clinic and take the treatment that is acupuncture. Even this, in fact, this is the substitute for acupuncture. Now we see acu massage. What is acupressure and what is, first you should know what is acupressure and what is acupuncture. Acu means needle. Pressure means when you apply pressure on the external skin, that is called acupressure. When you use a needle and treat the patient, that is acupuncture. And acu massage is nothing but giving massage on acu point is called acu massage. That's all the difference. It originated about 5,000 years back. But so many years, people did not take much cognizance of it. But only Buddhist monks took strong interest, and Buddhist monks from China, they traveled to from Sri Lanka, they traveled to China, and China is spreading it throughout the world now. And especially in California, it's very popular in California. And Akku massage originated only about 2,500 years back. Even though acupressure originated about 5,000 years back, Akku massage came into use only from 2,500 years back. During Republican China, the surgeons were persecuted from China. At that time, there was a great march in China. In that great march, the great leader by name Mo Shu Tung participated in the march. In the march, while he was doing march, he had fainted. And there were no surgeons or doctors to revive him, and only acupuncturist had to come forward and then had to revive him. He applied pressure on certain points on the body and then treated him, and he was revived. So this happened in the year 1948. And it was written in antiquity till that time. And Mo Shu Tung revived it in the year 1948. And he was very much pleased because he was from the fainting state, he was revived, and he was very happy about it. And then further, the three doctors were responsible for the birth of alternative therapy like acupressure or acupuncture. One Dr. Williams, he was an orthopedic surgeon, and he was suffering from cervical spondylitis. And while he was relaxing on the chair, and he had a mannerism of pressing his thumb like this, and accidentally he pressed this point, and he was cured of cervical spondylitis. The moment he was cured of cervical spondylitis, he jumped with joy and said, "I found out the point for curing neck pain," he said. When other person was suffering from headache, he asked him to press the same point, and he went on pressing the same point with no use, and he was not cured of headache. So in trial and error method, he went on pressing other points, and at a particular point, when he pressed at a particular point, and even other person was cured of headache. That is Dr. Williams, orthopedic surgeon, number one doctor. He was responsible for the birth of, though acupuncture was born in battlefield. Let us not go to that point now. We see this doctor, one of the doctors, orthopedic surgeon, was responsible for the birth of acupuncture or acupressure or acumassage. And another doctor, Dr. Wada, the Japanese doctor, he was a cardiologist, and he was the first person to transplant heart. So when he transplanted heart for the patient, the people of Japan took strong objection to it and said that you cannot replace the part of human being as you do for scooters, cars, lorries, and buses. It's an insult to human being, they said. And some people even went to the court of law for the for claiming damages from Dr. Vada. So that is number two. He was also responsible. So the people turned their attention towards alternative therapy because they were not happy when the human part was replaced. And another doctor, Doctor neurosurgeon, Dr. Paul Norgia, name is Paul Norgia, was a neurosurgeon, and he was in France. And he concentrated on auricular therapy, that is ear acupuncture. He concentrated on ear acupuncture, auricular therapy. There he wanted to practice. There he was not encouraged. From there he went to England. Even in England he was not encouraged. From there he went to United States. Even in United States he was not encouraged. And what he did was he started his own clinic and he set up a tent in New York and started practicing patients there. So some mischief people came to him and said, "Look here, doctor, my mom has got a tremendous headache and my mom is very old and she cannot come. She cannot travel all the way from Canada. What is the suggestion? What do you suggest?" They asked. He said, there is no need for you to bring your mom here. You bring the photograph, not photograph of the face, photograph of the ear. You bring the photograph of the ear photograph of her mom. I'll be able to give suggestions. They went and brought the photograph and gave it to him. And he took the photograph and scrutinized the photograph and said, "Look here, this is not the photograph of her mom. This is the photograph of young girl. Not only she is young, she is pregnant. Number two, she is pregnant. We should not do acupuncture, acupressure for pregnant persons. That I will tell you later. She is pregnant and also she has got heart problem. The moment she delivers a baby, you bring her to me, I will treat her for a heart problem," he said. So they were amazed and ashamed and returned there. And also, the next one, and Nixon visit to China played an active role. Once Nixon, along with his journalist, visited China, one of his journalists had appendicitis and was suffering from pain, and there were no doctors there to treat him. So he just rolled on the floor and was suffering with the unbearable pain. There, the acupuncturist could come forward and he could give relief to the journalist. So the journalist and Nixon, immediately after returning to United States, deputed nearly 12 people to go to China and study about acupuncture. So those the 12 people came to China and they studied about acupuncture and then returned to United States and said, "Look here, President, though we were not able to understand the theory behind it, however, the theory is correct. We can introduce it in America," I said. So from that day, acupuncture was introduced in United States. So now you see that Dr. Williams had neck pain and he pressed this point and he was cured of neck pain. And other doctor had pain that he had headache and he pressed some other point and he was cured of headache. So from this you can give definition of acupressure. So the definition is, when pressure is applied on external skin of the body, the internal organ corresponding to that will be activated. For example, when you have headache, you don't have to tie your head with a towel or kerchief and then bump against the wall. It is enough if you just press these points. Those points I will come to you and I will tell you those points. So how it is cured? We say that he pressed the point and he was cured. How is cured? It works on energy level. Basic energy level. It's purely based on energy level. Acupuncture and acupressure based on energy level. We gain energy from our parents. Number 2, we gain energy from food. Number 3, we gain energy from air. Now, I'll show you the figure. How energy. This is Yin and Yang. Every day you find changes in not only in city, villages, and throughout the world you find changes. For example, day changes to night, young child becomes old, richest person becomes poor. Similarly, there is an example of yin and yang. I'll show you so our viscera is nothing but internal organ, is divided into two parts, yin and yang. Yes, in organs in yin. So the organs in yin are lung, kidney, liver, heart, pericardium, and spleen. Pericardium is nothing but that is equated to brain in acupuncture. Though it is a covering of heart, it is equated to acupuncture. It is equated to brain in acupuncture. So whatever problem the person has in the lung, kidney can be treated through particular meridian. So we'll see the yang. Large intestine, urinary bladder, gallbladder, small intestine, triple warmer, stomach, they all belong to yang. For example, yin and yang. Yang is male, yin is female. Yang is daytime, yin is nighttime. It's quite opposite. If yang is sun, this is moon. If one is hot, other is cold. That's all the opposite in nature. So when a person gets acute pain, we treat the patient through yang meridian. When the pain is chronic, we treat through yin organs or yin meridians or in meridian. We treat through yin meridian. We see how energy flows. Energy flow is shown. See, first, as soon as the child is born, the child cries because the energy enters into lung first. And if the child does not cry, that's the oxygen will not go to brain and there won't be any development at all. Therefore, at that time, the doctor will invert the child and tap at the back of the child. Then the child will start crying. Incidentally, the back point is the acu point, where it is triggered. It is triggered, the child starts breathing, crying, and then the breathing starts. So first it enters through lung. From lung it goes to large intestine. The energy travels to large intestine. Large intestine, from large intestine it goes to stomach. Stomach to spleen. Spleen to heart. Heart to small intestine. Small intestine to urinary bladder. Urinary bladder to kidney. Kidney to heart. That is triple warmer. Heart, from heart it goes to triple warmer. Triple warmer it goes to gallbladder. Gallbladder it goes to liver. And again the cycle, it comes to lung again. From liver it comes to lung, and this cycle repeats itself, and energy is circulating throughout our body just like blood all the 24 hours. Therefore, because of this, we are able to treat the patient. I'll tell you. See, how do we fall ill? So each lung has got its own energy, and therefore that energy flows through lung meridian, and large intestine has got its own energy. It flows in that meridian. It follows its own path, large intestine. I'll tell you the path of run path also. And one meridian does not interfere with the other meridian. Now, we do not fall ill as long as these energies are traveling in the same direction, when one does not interfere with the other, and there is no disparity in energy. That means one energy is not more and other energy is not less. When there is equal, when all energies are equal, one does not fall ill. Number one. Number two, the person will also fall ill when there is blockage in the energy. For example, let us assume that energy gets blocked up in lung meridian. So when the energy gets blocked up in lung meridian, there will be breakage, and so it will travel to other end. There will be excess of energy in another meridian. When there is a blockage in one meridian, we leave excess of energy in other meridian. So what we have to do is, we measure the energy through magnetic meridian imaging. There's an instrument which measures the energy of all our viscera. That is all our internal organ. We measure. Wherever it is long, we short it. Wherever it is less, we tonify it to make it equal. And for example, when there is a blockage of energy, we clear that blockage also, we set it right, so the person responds to the treatment well. So with the help of magnetic meridian imaging, we do it. So the meridian points after discovering these things, after knowing that there is energy, after discovering meridian, the points were named. Points were fixed and named on the meridian, particular meridian. For example, lung meridian, 1, 2, 3 like that. Large intestinal meridian, 1, 2, 3 like that. So after meridians were named, after naming those meridians, the needles were pricked, or pressure was applied, or acu massage was done at that particular point, acu point or acu massage point. Therefore, when we used acupuncture, the particular point, we pick the needle and connect it to current meridian, electricity. That is, we give energy, we give, that is called electro acupuncture. That is called electro acupuncture. Now, the scientists and others wondered whether these points were discovered only for the benefit of acupuncturists for the purpose of curing others. Later on, they concluded that these points were not discovered only for the purpose of acupuncturists. It acts as a window and receives cosmic energy. So, and also we fall ill through two things: exogenous and endogenous. Exogenous, when we fall ill through wind, heat, humidity, dryness, and hotness, we fall ill through exogenous. When we fall ill due to joy, anger, melancholy, despair, and depression, we fall ill through endogenous. First, it will attack our internal organ, and then it will spread and we fall ill. Therefore, the aim of acupuncture is to bring harmony between physical, mental, and emotional well-being. So, only through acupuncture we can treat. Stimulation can be given to the particular point. Stimulation that is connected to stimulator, and stimulation is given with it, and that will have fast cure. Now, with this background, acu massage was also created with this background. Acu massage is also one of the ancient technique used by TCM, methods used in TCM, that is traditional Chinese medicine. They use it. It's a debatable point, and people say, and in fact, it originated only in India, but Indians did not take much cognizance of it. The Buddhist monks carried it to Sri Lanka, from there to China, and China is spreading it throughout the world. Now, when it is based upon the traditional, though it is based upon traditional Chinese medicine, it involves meridian and acu points and collateral points, and pressure is applied on particular point, that is acu points. It involves special pressing, kneading, and also kneading and applied pressure throughout the meridian in acu massage, so that it will have impact on viscera. We use only palm and thumb and fingers and knuckle to use the massage, to use through acu massage. in the procedure of acu massage. So we use palmar, pressing on acu points, netting we use, grasping, pinching, effleurage, and then percussion, 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 and everything we use there. And also collateral point also we use as curative. It is preventive as well as curative. It is preventive as well as curative. It was found out about 2,500 years back. It was found out about 2,500 years back, and it is very, very effective even. It is very effective. And it was very famous during Sui and Tang dynasty. Sui and Tang dynasty. Pressing and rubbing can be done simultaneously or side by side. Pressing, I'll show you all strokes now. Pressing and rubbing. So, since acu massage can be done by anybody, even layman can do it. Therefore, the main problem is diagnosis of the disease. Therefore, one has to get the disease diagnosed from a surgeon, from a general physician, and then after diagnosing the disease, he or she can start practicing acupressure or acu massage or any such thing. So, even when they do not go to general physician or surgeon to diagnose, we use magnetic meridian imaging. Through magnetic meridian imaging, we find the disparity in the energy level, and even if there is a blockage in the energy level, we find out and equate it and clear the blockage and treat the patient. So you will have to apply bearable pressure, and it should not be more and it should not be less even. And our patient can sit or can lay down, and you can give pressure either in the sitting position or lying down position. The duration, it will take about 30 minutes, 15 to 30 minutes. The duration, it will take 15 to 30 minutes. And this course, one course consists of 10 to 15 days. One has to do all the 15 to 20 days, 10 days. And also there are certain points you will have to do it regularly without a day of break. And those points are I think I will show it. Tip of the finger, I will show it. Tip of the fingers or endocrine points, you will have to press it daily. So with this, we will continue again. We'll continue, I'll show you the point in the next. Okay, thank you.